So hello and welcome to this quick Adobe Animate tutorial, and in this video I am going to show you a Createjs container, and we are going to be writing a JavaScript. This tutorial is going to be a simple tutorial. There is more to Createjs container, but this is going to be just very basic. Right now I am in the Adobe Animate and I am going to choose any width and height. So for example 500 by 500. I want this to be HTML5 canvas, frame rate is fine as it is, and I'm going to click create. Now I will go to the rectangle tool and I am going to get rid of the stroke and I'm going to choose some fill color, so for example blue, and I am going to create a shape like so. Now I am going to click on this shape and I am going to convert this to the symbol. So I will go to the modify and I will go convert to symbol, and I want this to be movie clip, and I am going to put a registration point to the center. I have a tutorial about this, but I can explain you this in a second. And I am going to call this to be blue, for example, and I'm going to click OK. And if the registration point is going to be in the center and we are going to add it from the library, it is going to add this in here. If the registration point was in the corner and we would add it from the library, it would be in here. But yeah, and now I'm going to delete this and I will go to the library, and in the library I have this blue, and there is this linkage, and I'm going to double click and I'm going to call this to be blue 1, for example, and yeah. And now, if I want to get this with the code from the library to the stage, what I will have to do is I am going to declare a variable. So let my blue 1, for example. I can also call this to be blue 1, the same as the linkage, but just to differentiate it, I am going to call this my blue 1, and I'm going to make this equal to new library lib dot and blue 1 and parentheses. So we are going to put this new library blue 1 to the variable my blue 1, and now we will have to put it to the stage. So I can type stage dot add the child, and we are going to add child, which is going to be my blue 1. So I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste this, and I will go with the Control Enter, and here we are going to have our shape, and it is going to have the center in the middle. I will just click anywhere and I'm going to change the color of my stage, the background, so it's not going to be white, so maybe something like this. So we are going to be able to see where is our canvas. And what I could do potentially right now is I can go with my blue 1 and I'm going to put it to the center of my stage. So I'm going to make the X to be 250 because that's the half of the stage, and I'm going to do the same thing with the Y. So right now it is going to be 250. Okay. Now we can have, for example, blue shapes, we can have red shapes, we can have green shapes, you can have many different things, and you would like to somehow differentiate them. So what we can do is, instead of adding this to the stage, we can add this to the Createjs container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare a variable. So I'm going to type let blue container. This name is optional, you can call it as you want, and I'm going to make this equal to be new Createjs, and you have to spell this correctly. So Createjs dot container, and the C has to be capital, and the parentheses. So right now, the same way as we have declared the my blue 1 is going to be new library blue 1, we have declared that the blue container is going to be new Createjs container, and now we will have to add this container to our stage. So I am going to copy this, and I am going to, instead of stage add child my blue 1, I am going to add blue container. Okay, right now, if I will go with the Control Enter, we are not going to have anything because right now we didn't put our blue 1 to the stage. So what I can do right now is, instead of writing stage add child my blue 1, I can right now use my container, because I have created the container, I have added the container to the stage, and right now I can type that the blue container dot add the child, and we can add child, for example, not for example, we have only this one, so we are going to add my blue one, okay, and I will go with Control Enter, and we are going to have this like so. So we are going to have the same thing as if we was doing this with the stage, but right now what I can do is I can change the container if I want. So for example, I can go with the blue container. I'm going to copy this. So blue container dot the alpha is going to be equal to 0.5. So this is going to be 50% opacity, and we are going to have this like so. So what could we do? For example, is that if I am going to have more things in the container, so I am going to create more shapes. So I'm going to have let my blue one, I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to have my blue 2, and I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to have blue 3, and then we will have to add all of this to the stage. So I'm going to go I am going to create a little bit of space in here, so we are going to somehow differentiate it, so maybe like this, and maybe like this, okay. And right now I can go blue container, add child, my blue 1, we can add child, my blue 2, and we could add child number 3, and I could change the X and Y position for number 2 and number 3. So for example, number 2 is going to be 100 by 100, and number 3 is going to be 400 by 400, or whatever. So I am just going to copy this, and I am going to paste this, and this is going to be 400 by 400, and this is going to be number 3, and this is going to be number 3. So right now we are going to have 3 different shapes, and we have changed the alpha, the opacity for all of them, because we have changed the opacity for all of the container. And right now, if I would have, for example, red shapes also, I can create a new container which is going to be red container, and I can put red shapes to the red container and do it like so. Because if I am going to put everything on the stage with the stage add child my blue one, as we did at the beginning, and then I am going to add the blue ones, and I am going to add the green ones, and I am going to add the red ones, all of the everything to the stage, then I am not going to be able to like change the reds, change the blues, and change the greens, and so on. So yeah, there is more to do to the Createjs container. This is just a very simple tutorial, because if you are going to find some tutorials on YouTube about Adobe Animate and some games, there is not many. They use this Createjs container, and at the beginning I thought like it is useless. It's not useless. So yeah. And in some other tutorials, I can maybe show you how you can then loop through the container, but that's for other tutorial. So yeah, this is it. This is all. I just wanted to show you that there is this option to create this Createjs container, and you can group your elements with these containers, and later on you can like change the whole container if you want. So yeah, this is all. Thank you very much. If you like this video, you can click like. If you have been here until the end, you can write me that in the comments. That would mean a lot to me. And yeah, thank you and goodbye.